Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing today? Happy Friday. It's Friday. It's payday. Crypto's holding up better than the stock market. A bunch of countries called to renegotiate the tariffs and stuff. There's all kinds of stuff going on, guys. I don't even know how to begin to talk about it. Get hyped up. Smash the like button on your way in. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Smash the like button on your way in. I appreciate you guys for joining me. What a lovely day. Guys, for some reason, Bitcoin and crypto overall, altcoins in general, holding up beautifully against the stock market. Was not expecting that. How you guys doing today? We are chilling. Barubu said, "What's up, dude? Am I late? You are not late. No, you are not. The daily close contest is in precisely 23 minutes as of right now. The intro just finished, the intro song, which is the longest intro song I've ever heard in my entire life. Quite possibly longer than the Game of Thrones intro, which was ridiculously long. But we're just chilling. I just got home from work. I ate some food. I got my chai latte. And I'm ready to stream. Are you guys ready to talk about some crypto? Let's see. Bitcoin is currently trading at $83,695.04. Surprise, surprise, 83K. We are going to be at 83K for the next 25 years. Our momentum wave has kind of zeroed itself out, which is, it's nice. And I don't know if it's good or bad. We'll have to wait and see. Let me actually go back to that chart. This chart's interesting to me because this is the chart that showcases our two little downward patterns that Bitcoin had. Oh, we got 5 gifted memberships from Digi. Thank you very much, Digi. It's going to be a bunch of people that aren't here. Oh, it's actually regular people. Let's go. Let's go. Mr. Roberts got one. A-Hole got one. Ryan got one. Index got one. And Waterfly got one. Let's go. Thank you very much, Digi. That was very generous of you. I thoroughly appreciate that. Thank you. Shout out to myself. Gifts out to 5 others for my birthday today. That's awesome. Happy birthday, Digi. Happy birthday. You just reminded me that I forgot to get the prize ready for the daily close contest. Let me think. Shoot. All right, I got it. Okay, we're good. Okay, so we got these 2 descending triangle situations. And not descending triangle, I'm sorry, descending channel situations. And the first one, it took a long time for the first one to play out. from start to finish to the breakout, it took 225 days. So, better part of a year. A good majority of a solid year. So, I don't know. I guess this is why I never talked about this much, because it doesn't support my more bullish bias, but it looking more and more likely like this is going to be the scenario at this moment. The only thing that we have going for us is this lower trend line, which crosses through right here, and we're kind of riding it right now. We're definitely broken below it, and it's looking like we're probably gonna continue down, possibly, if we don't go to the upside. But 225 days, I think, is what it end up at. I'm gonna start from back here. We are currently on, I think, day 144. And I don't know, shoot. Even if it just takes 200, let's say 200 is June 1st. So probably June, July potential, if this is going to be the pattern that plays out. That being said, at the moment, Bitcoin is chilling. We've been at 83K for forever. Is this a W? Very well could be. I wouldn't mind that, actually. I don't mind that concept. What really impresses me today is the stock market really took another mean hit, man. Like, this is brutal for the stock market. This is the NASDAQ. NASDAQ from the peak right here, from the local peak, is currently down 21%, which is crazy. That's a lot. 21%, especially in the stock world, that's like world ending to them. They do, it looks like, maybe have some kind of divergence happening. I don't know. There's a confirmed green dot way the hell back here, which did nothing for them. So I don't know if these indicators work on the stock market. I think stocks play out a lot differently. The S&P 500 is also kind of in shambles from the local top. S&P 500 currently sitting at 17%. Okay. All right. What did we get today? So it opened or closed right there, and then it opened right here, and then it closed right here, down 6% in the day. See, I guess 6% in the day is not bad. I don't know why I measured that. I literally could have just looked right here. But I don't know. It's getting spicy, man. I would not be surprised if the Fed steps in soon, which is kind of crazy to think about, considering how stubborn Jerome Powell has been. I don't know if that has anything to do with him, though, if I'm being totally real. I genuinely have no freaking clue. 1379, 373. Okay. Excuse me a moment, guys. I gotta finish this up. Okay. I am ready. Let me check the chat really quick. Happy birthday, Digi. Absolute legend. Oh no, my chat's broken. I gotta go to the... Here we go. Tom Selleck's Goat said a bunch of gibberish. Digi said, thank you. Christmas Villager said, what's up, people? What's going on, Christmas Villager? Shana Mac said, yo, yo. What's going on, Shana Mac? Christmas Villager said, I'm down huge in stocks and crypto. Tom Selleck's Goat said, officially a bear market for the SPY. Yes, it is. Shana Mac said, I'll take a donated membership. I think it's random. Christmas Villager said, if anything, the feds will raise the percentage. That's true, but they're going to start printing soon. Philly's message redacted. Tom Selleck's Goat said 6% in a day is a lot for the S&P. Jerome spoke today and told us all to fuck up. He ain't doing shit. Shana Mac said, my broke-ass single dad with 3 kids, but still buying crypto. Yeah, I get it, man. I get it. I feel it for sure. Did he said if I could choose which members it goes out to, I would. They should add that. I feel like they should add that. Incentivize people to spend money, you know what I mean? Billy said crypto holds up, but stocks dump. What the F? And Tom Selleck's said gibberish is the opening song in Game of Thrones. Dude, it is. Okay, I get it. Oh, it's I guess when you're talking just sounds, it's hard to type it. You know what I mean? I guess that's what music is for, like reading music. I never learned how to read music. Anyways, Bitcoin chilling 83, 692 and 17 cents. Let's update our liquidation heat map. Go to symbol and 12 hour. Ooh, look at that. So we got $167 million sitting at 85,263. And it's a thick boy. And then below, I don't know, do we have anything? I guess we have this little guy. Yeah, 38 million. That's not little. 83,531. And then I'll put the first one above us as well. Right here. 84,664. Okay. So we are closer to the bottom one than we are to the top. But to the top, we're pretty close to that big, hefty liquidation, which would be pretty sick. This was Liberation Day. Today, pretty mellow. Today and yesterday. When was Liberation Day? Was Liberation Day yesterday? Or was that the day before? It was the day before, okay. I don't remember, man. All these days are blended together. But yeah, Bitcoin's chilling. ETH is actually down. It was up. But all things considered, compared to the stock market, Bitcoin technically closed at the same time as the stock market, green. ETH is currently trading at 1812 and 40 cents. Having trouble with that 1812 level. If we can hold above that, that would be great. Little W maybe? We got an M right now. We had an M, broke down into a potential W. Be cool to see. Sol is up 4.32%, kind of killing it, if I'm being completely honest. I like how much this has held up since March 10th. Like, genuinely, this thing's been trading right around $122 for a solid month and a half, which is pretty good, all things considered. Volume's starting to pick up. I like what I see right here. We got a little retest of the blue line, which is a very important line. That's the lower part of our... So Sol was one of the few coins that actually broke its all-time high, which is very impressive. There's a lot of volume, a lot of people buying. There's a lot of money in Sol. And everyone's like, oh, it's a VC coin, whatever. Who cares? The money's there, you know what I mean? Follow the money. Right now, it's holding up really well. Could it go down further? Absolutely. Could it go up right now? Probably. Just one of those to take into consideration. No matter what happens, no matter what hacks happen, no matter what the government does, whatever the hell, Sol has a enormous user base. Even if everybody on it goes away right now, they'll be replaced by new people. There's no doubt in my mind that Sol is going to be around at least for the next 5 years. Probably longer. But volume's starting to tick up. It's looking good on the chart. I'm not mad at it. We did just retest a very critical point, and we held it and bounced off of it pretty hard. 4%. 4.26. That's my birthday. Total 3 is recoupled to the fractal. Would you look at that? If this continues this way, I don't know what I'm going to do. This is the most insane fractal I think I've ever pulled. It's like opening Pokemon cards. This is a sick fractal right now. Come on. May 10th. We're in April 4th. When's May 10th? Oh, stop it. May 10th is like right here. Based on total 3 fractal. Let's go look at total market cap as well, because total market cap I have a fractal on too. We'll see, man. We'll see. If total market cap starts to trend up, I could see this playing out with total 3 playing out that same fractal. Honestly. I really like what I'm seeing right now in total 3. It's getting me excited. But total 3 is looking great right now. We did bottom at our purple line, and we're starting to couple very nicely to the fractal. So we'll keep an eye on that. Like I said, we've had deviations. There's deviation here, deviation here, deviation here, deviation here. So it's not perfect, but right now, all of this is pretty damn close, and that's a lot. Can't tell the future, but apparently fractals can. Cardano is up 1.29% on the day, currently trading at 65.89. Kind of chilling. Bounced off of 63.60 very nicely. That, in my opinion, was the last area of support before 50 cents. Tom Scout said the M2 money supply doing what it does. It is, actually. You know what? I got to look up that guy's thing, because Bitcoin's like bouncing, which is a little bit unheard of. Oh, shoot. How do I add that? Docs. Docs menu on the menu bar. Okay, I just did that. Here we go. YouTube live control panel? Nope. Is that what it is? Chat. Oh, there we go. Okay, I fixed it. I fixed my chat. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, ADA's 65.89. It held 63.60, which was a really important level for me. I was looking for 50 cents if it was going to break through that, but we're holding it so far. I'm up on a short right now, though, which is kind of crazy. SNEK is down 1.68%. Kind of playing around with my levels right here. It's getting a little spicy for SNEK, in my opinion. Like, quite a bit spicy, actually. Because, you know, the scaffolding thing. If you go back to my scaffolding analogy, there's no scaffolding here. There's a solid chunk of no scaffolding from like here to here. And that's a big ass chunk. You know what I mean? 30% chunk. So just keep an eye on that if you're a SNEK person like me. But other than that, SNEK's looking relatively decent. You know, I really want to see some conviction from here. It's holding a nice level, and it is a rising hold. So I'm not mad at it. Like, this is still ascending at the end of the day, no matter what. But that also makes it a bear flag, and if it breaks down out of that, we're going to be hurting. So keep an eye on that. XRP is up 2.74%. XRP really liked everything today. All the news and everything. XRP was very satisfied with it. Got a beautiful bounce off of $2, which is exactly what we're looking for. I would like to see this break through 214, retest and continue. Otherwise, if it does not, it's going to reject, probably retest 206, maybe grab some liquidity and continue to the upside. Otherwise, it's going to break back down, try for $2 again. If it breaks that, then it's probably going down. HBAR is up 0.85%. I guess there's a 15, 16 cent support level, give or take. Billy said, JJ, what is STI? I think it's a thing that gets like in your eyeball. I'm not sure though. Potential double bottom on HBAR. I think this is the same double bottom that's on everything. See, what's crazy is there was like a descending pattern here, and descending patterns are usually bullish. But it broke bearish, and it retested bearish and failed. A potential inverse head and shoulders to continue to the upside. You got left shoulder, head, right shoulder, attempted breakout, failure, and then I think this was like the Terror of Doom. So if it wouldn't have been bearish, HBAR probably would have went bananas. But at the moment, it's chilling between 16,445 and 15,937. There's like there's people doing shit in the parking lot every day now, and it's freaking me out. But yeah, HBAR, I'd like to see it hold 16,445 and potentially get another attempt at this yellow trend line, break above that, hold it, and continue. Shinamax said schmagma. I believe it's smegma, my friend. Don't look that up. If you don't know what it is, just don't look it up. CT said, can we talk about BSV? Is it really a scam? LOL. I thought the blockchain was efficient. BSV, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a scam. It's been around for forever. I think if it was a scam, they would have done the scam already. So Sui had, I will talk about that CT for sure. Just remind me, I'm going to try to go through the charts. We got 6 minutes until the daily close. So I'm probably going to go through the charts, not get all the way through them, do the daily close, finish going through the charts, and then we'll take a look at BSV. But I don't think it's a scam. It's just another iteration, another idea of Bitcoin. It's the same concept as Litecoin. Shinamax said, I'm dead rolling on the ground, JJ. I hope that's what I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. That's why I said don't look it up. But what if it was like something so much worse? Like a rusty trombone. You know what's really fun? If you're ever super bored. Ew. Oh my gosh, it gets so much worse. Okay, it's a little bit worse than I thought it was. Damn. Um if you're ever bored, just go look up random definitions on Urban Dictionary. It's so funny, dude. It's ridiculous. But yeah, Sui is chilling around 226 right now. I'd like to see it hold 223. If it breaks below that, we're looking at 206, 202, and 198. There's a lot of confluence below the $2 level. A lot of confluence. I really like what it's doing right now, and I've talked. This is where I think I got the scaffolding analogy. Sui skyrocketed, and it's coming back down now, and it's rebuilding. It's rebuilding that scaffolding so that it can support its upside. At the moment, it looks like it's holding up, but we could see more potential downside. I wouldn't be mad at it. Ondo is chilling between 80 and 84. I like to see that. It doesn't look like it's at any point of contention where it's going to be scary. It's playing out the pattern that I said it was going to play out. It's just playing it out in a significantly more bearish sense, which is usually how things go. You get an attempted breakout, a failure, a new low, and then everyone's bearish. They get trapped and they miss out on a ton of gains. Billy said, JG, you were talking about, I was talking about SPY or SPX, not STY. Somebody mentioned SPY. I'm pretty sure it's, I don't know what the difference is. What's SPY versus SPX? This is why nobody trades stock market, because it's stupid. SPX is the S&P 500. SPY is an ETF that tracks the S&P 500. So they're the same freaking thing. Stupid. Just say that. Just say S&P 500. Why do we have to call it 18 different things? Ridiculous. Like Cardano and ADA. Ethereum and Ether. Bitcoin, BTC. That's just two. That's why people like Bitcoin. I don't like it when people are like, oh, how many Satoshis do you have? Nobody's going to transact in Satoshis. That's freaking annoying. I think I would rather rattle off a bunch of zeros for fractions of transactions than say, how many Satoshis? Aerodrome potential bottom here. We got a confirmed green dot on Aerodrome. Double bottom on the RSI. And you are getting a bounce. So it's not over. It's getting pretty spicy though. Aerodrome, you got a little uptick in volume, which is nice, but it is getting spicy, man. If you have high conviction in this and you're buying, you got bigger balls than me, my friend. Render. Aerodrome, by the way, is down 4.97%. Render's down 2.47%, chilling in between 3 and 350, which is not a bad thing. It broke down out of a bear flag, so it's probably heading down to 260 minimum. I would not be surprised if it got a bounce halfway through. That'd be nice to see, but it depends on where we're going. If we're actually bearish and things are getting spicy, then who knows? It does look like a wash right now. Some stuff's relatively green, some stuff's relatively red, which, you know, this is par for the course in a bull market, actually. So it's kind of surprising to see crypto do this right now. Polkadot is chilling at 403. It's holding 4, which is nice. If it can hold above 4 and close, then we got some potential upside from Polkadot. As of right now, though, we're just going to keep an eye on it. I got to get to Bitcoin. Don't let me forget, we're leaving off on DOT. It is time for the daily close, my friends. Get your guesses ready. I do have the prize now. So thank you, Digi, for mentioning your birthday and gifting some subs or some memberships, because I would not have remembered the daily close prize if it was not for that. Mr. Roberts said, hello, JJ. Hello, good people. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Mr. Roberts. What's good? 14 seconds remaining until the daily close contest begins. Yeah, Mr. Roberts, I believe you were gifted a membership from Digi. 3, 2, 1, and go. Get your guesses in for the daily close contest, ladies and gentlemen. How does my camera look? I made like the hole. I made the hole a little bit bigger for my head. John Appleseed said, yo, dudes. What's going on, John Appleseed? I like that you're a little more mature than Johnny Appleseed. Johnny Appleseed is like, hey, what's up, man? I'm Johnny Appleseed. And you're like, how are you doing? I'm John Appleseed. You're like, you're like the Johnny Appleseed that's like seen some shit. So he's like an assassin now. A gun for hire. John Appleseed. Oh, Barubu's thing got redacted or retracted. Barubu, resubmit yours, but put words. Yeah, there you go. 83885. I got it. Copy. All right, got it. Let's go. We got Shane Mack. We got John Appleseed saying, yo, dudes, Tom Selleck's GOAT. We got Mr. Roberts said, did you gift me a membership? Thanks, bro. Mr. Roberts, it's his birthday. Tell him happy birthday. Gosh. All right, we got 3 guesses so far. Digi just ruins it. He's like, you're welcome. It's random. Shinamax said, how do you get your background black, JJ? That's literally a sheet. It is a sheet on like a 5-foot by 8-foot piece of cardboard that's propped up in the middle of my room. We got Philly coming in with a little bit of, I don't know, encrypted guess. We got 83,333. Really? That's kind of bearish, Philly. Philly said, Digi, you're a good egg, bro. I wonder, is Tyler going to show up to claim first place yet? Or is Hoffs and Fahid going to show up to try to claim first place on their own for once? Because it's been quite some time. Oh, there we go. We got Fahid. We got Digi. Oh, is Fahid going to take it? But there are other players today. The world may never know. What if none of them... What if someone new comes up? What if Waterfly comes and takes it? Or like... Tom Selleck's GOAT just out of nowhere gets 11 wins in a row. I mention these stupid, crazy scenarios because Tyler's scenario is that crazy so far. We got 1 minute and 51 seconds remaining on the clock. We currently have 6 guesses, 4 spots left. Get your guys' guesses in. Also, smash the like button. Appreciate you guys for joining me. Happy Friday. Cheers. We are chilling. I've been advised that I need to get some drug dealer game. Mr. Roberts putting in a guess. So I'm probably going to try to play that this weekend. Because it looks fun. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining on the clock. 3 spots left. Guys, get your guesses in. Shane Max said, JJ, I had to tell Crypto Shane about the smegma. Crypto Shane. Who's Crypto Shane? Schedule 1. What are you talking about? End up on the FBI watch list. Dude, I'm probably already on that list. I got in trouble. I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna save. I gotta save all my good stories for when I do the playthrough of this damn drug dealer game. Oh, John Appleseed coming in with the last second guess. I like it. I like his method. 15 seconds remaining on the clock. John Appleseed coming in photo finish. Is he gonna be it, or is Hoff's gonna sneak one in right at the very end? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Unless you are a Cornerville Chad, you cannot enter. Hoff's nowhere to be found. Tyler nowhere to be found. Oh, the game is called Schedule 1. Okay, I had no idea. I thought you were saying like Schedule 1 Smegma. I was like, damn, that's like a red alert. That's like 1 minute to midnight. Fahid said Shane O'Mac took too many chair shots to the head during his tenure in WWE. Oh, okay. All right, let's see. Let's get these bad boys in order. Thank you, John Appleseed, for your participation. Good luck with the gun for hire career. I would hire you, just for the record. I think that would be a thing. Like, oh shoot, what's the guy's names from Bullet Train? The black guy and the white guy. I don't remember. They had really weird names. But like, if you're a gun for hire, I feel like you have to have an iconic name. And John Appleseed just works, man. It really does. John's like this remade man. He was like, grew up, he had like this violent upbringing, and he's all clean now. And like me saying this just triggers something in his head. He's like, he's right. And he just like leaves. He just flips his desk over and walks out the door. His wife is like, where are you going? To do what I should have done 25 years ago. And he just goes on a rampage and starts killing people. Okay. Jeez. All right, let's put these in order. We got Shane Mac 83, 409 and 11 cents. 83.8. Copy. This goes on top. 83.885. Copy. 83.333. Next, 83.750. Oops. What am I doing? Copy. Look at that. It's flatline, man. I think that's it. I think that's the price that it's going to close at. 83.870. Copy. Oh, we got a bunch of them really close. The ones where they're really close are always so entertaining. 83.975. Copy. Mr. Roberts coming in with a high guess. Johnny Appleseed, 83.912. Ooh, see? Dude, there's so many that are so close. It's going to be a fun one. This is going to be a fun one. Happy Friday, guys. We are T+2 Liberation Day. We got officially 2 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock till the daily close. Belly said, whoa, JJ, you got in trouble for what? I will tell you guys during my drug dealer gameplay. Tom Sellerscoat said Bullet Train was such a good movie. Dude, it really was. Nobody even talks about it either. It was a great movie. Also one of the greatest like villain introductions ever. That shit was so sick. He said Shane Mac took me. Okay, yep, I read that. He said, are we going to get weekend dump? Honestly, pay attention on Sunday. I fully expect every Sunday from this moment forward to be complete trash, because my fiance, every time on Saturday night, I'm like, I don't know, should I long or short? And she's like, tomorrow's Sunday. And I'm like, I know, it's not going to be bearish every single time. And guess what? Every single time. It's just the most red day ever. And I'm always like, I always wake up and I look at the computer and I'm like, just pissed. Because I could have shorted. I should have listened every single time. The one time that it wasn't was when the strategic crypto reserve was announced and they named 3 or 4 coins. And those coins went crazy on a Sunday. We got 1 minute, 5 seconds remaining on the clock until the official daily close. Bitcoin at the moment is currently trading at 83,873 and 12 cents. If it closes right here, Digi will be our winner appropriately. It is officially his birthday today, which would be a pretty sick birthday prize. I'm kind of scared because it's very, very, very close to his whole ass number. And we have yet to have an official like nailed every single digit win thus far. The closest we've gotten is Hoff's being over by a penny 2 separate times, which is pretty crazy, by the way. Mr. Roberts said, please post when you do go short, and I'll go long AF. Oh, I just closed my short. My trades are always super duper short term. Here we go. The final 10 seconds. It's the final countdown. 5, 4, big spike up. 3, 2, 1. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The daily close, 83,889 and 87 cents, making Barubu the winner. Congratulations, Barubu. Smash the like button, guys. I believe this is Barubu's first victory. Barubu won bragging rights. 83,889.87, 83,889.87. Closest without going over. Very close as well. It was pretty close, Digi. Alas, the victor is not you. Though it is your birthday and you did gift membership, so thank you very much and happy birthday. Enjoy it. Enjoy your birthday weekend. Birthday on a Friday is pretty sick. Go to the movies or something, man. Winner. Congratulations, Barubu, on your victory. Guys, spam the bananas in the chat for Barubu. Gosh, I can't type today. What is going on? Congratulations, Barubu, on your victory. He said, what a horrible price action at close, dude, for real? Look at that. This is crazy. This is actually crazy. Congratulations, Barubu, once again, on your victory. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, we're still on the 1 minute. Guys, let me get a drum roll for Barubu. Drum roll, ladies and gentlemen. Barubu's prize for the daily close on April 4th, 2025 is first victory for Barubu as well. A long potato. Congratulations, Barubu. We did not skin it because it did not consent to being skinned prior to the contest. So if you want to skin it, you're more than welcome to. If you want to eat it raw or boil it or throw it in the garbage, you do whatever you want. It's your prize. Enjoy. Everybody else, make sure you congratulate Barubu, spam the bananas in the chat, and tell Digi happy birthday because it is his birthday. Yes, Barubu, you did win. Congratulations. Mr. Robbers, thank you for the drum roll. Mr. Robbers, Tom Selleck's go spamming dongs. Let's go take a look at dong really quick. Fahid said you need to circumcise that potato. That's what I was going for, actually. That's literally the analogy that I was going for. So thank you for noticing, Fahid. Let's go take a look at dong really quick. Is it big dong energy or little dong energy? Ooh, we got some buys. Ow, I hurt my knee today, I guess. I just now realized that. Interesting. We got buys piling in on dong. It's only at 204 holders, which is kind of crazy. $93,000 market cap. So again, it's a teeny tiny micro cap. Exercise caution if you're going to invest any money in this, you know. But dong is love. Dong is life. I'm a dong maxi myself. I make a lot of memes for them. It's very memeable, believe it or not. It's literally a fucking emoji. And it's shaped. It happens to be shaped very similarly to the Nike logo. So it's also funny. People just like dong, man. I don't know what to tell you. The potato looks like a dong as well. So if I flipped it over, it would look very similar to a dong. But congratulations, Barubu, on your prize. Enjoy. How do I claim my prize, by the way? This is it. This is it. Your prize is bragging rights and a potato. So if you were to get, like, if it closed, let me show you an example. Because you got closest without going over, you won bragging rights. If you would have guessed 83,889.00, with the close being 83,889.87, you would have won $15. If you would have guessed 83,889.87, which is all 5 digits, the entire thing, then you would win $100. I believe we've had a few $15 wins. Don't quote me on that, though. We have not had any $100 wins yet. Hoff's, however, and it is Price is Right rules, closest without going over. Hoff's has lost twice because he guessed over by 1 penny. So in this scenario, Hoff's guess would have been 83, 889, 88, which is freaking crazy. He did that twice. So we did give him a prize. We gave him a mug, his own themed penny mug, which is pretty sick because that's quite impressive to to lose twice by 1 penny. That's crazy. And it happened within like a month. Like mind-blowing. That was in 2024, so 2025 is a new year. Barubu, let's add you to the victory list for April 4th. You know what sucks, actually? I just realized this list is going to get really confusing if people change their name in YouTube. I don't know. Can you do that? I don't know if you can even do that. But if you can, it's going to get crazy. Okay, Barubu, you won bragging rights and a potato. Because you were closest without going over. I cannot type, man. I cannot type today. Okay, so here's the rules. You won bragging rights today, closest without going over. If you nail the first 5 digits, you win $15. If you nail all 7, which includes the change, you win $100. And it's free to play every day. Unless, I can't make the daily close for any reason, but I usually can. Starting to lose my voice again. But enjoy your bragging rights and your potato. And yeah, if anyone ever needs me to go over the rules again, let me know. I know there's a lot. But it's supposed to be fun. Let me make these smaller. Yeah, there we go. Okay, where were we at? You want some bananas? And the picture of a potato. See, the way that Shanamek described it was amazing. All right, we were on Polkadot. So Caspa. Caspa, it's not looking great. It's not looking bad, but it is having trouble. We got an overhead resistance at the moment. It might be coiling up, though, for something. This might be bullish. You know what I mean? Like, it could do one of these. I don't know. Maybe that's a bearish pattern, though. I'm not sure. It's like a descending wedge. Guess that's a falling wedge, isn't it? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. As of right now, it might be crazy bullish. If that is a true falling wedge. But it's chilling at 65.108. Avalanche also closed below some resistance, 18.28. This thing potentially heading for 15.97 unless we get a crazy bullish weekend. It looks like everything's consolidating. We're getting a lot of repeats. We got consolidation, little breakdown, consolidation. Is it going to break down or is it going to break up? And then it's probably going to consolidate some more. It's going to be a consolidating weekend for sure. Watch everything just go crazy now. It might not be a consolidating weekend. Don't quote me on that. As of right now, it looks like a consolidating weekend. Shrap has definitely been consolidating. This thing's been stuck in between 6 and 8, which is not bad. That's a pretty decent size range. Just a casual 34% up and 26% down. So if you're a trader, you're probably trading the crap out of this. Trade the crap out of Shrap. Chainlink potential MW formation bounced off of 1239 beautifully. Going to retest 1339. See if we could break through that. Doge got a beautiful bounce off of this trend line, lower trend line, legacy trend line from August 2024. looking good. Doge might be a buy. Not financial advice. It could very easily break this to the downside and head towards 11. So if I was a Doge maxi and I was looking for this thing to do some crazy things, I would buy some right now. And I would look to buy some more around 11. Polygon Matic Pole down 0.31% on the day. Chilling today after the daily close. Chilling at 19 cents right now. I really want to see this get back above 20. But right now, it's not looking great. See, we had an accumulation, a break to the upside, and then it got dragged down and it broke lower. Little accumulation, break to the downside, retest, bearish, confirmation, continuation to the downside. So it's not looking great for Polygon Matic Pole. Is that a fib, though? Let's go for the wick. I don't know. What is that, a bearish retracement? I have no clue. I don't know fibs that well. I still got to learn fibs. Near broke below 251 and is currently testing that as resistance at the moment. We did have a bear flag breakdown, so it's potentially going all the way down to 227. If it holds, though, then we got some potential upside. Tishu said, yo, good evening. What's going on, Tishu? Happy Friday. Cheers. I'm going to take that as a... Chili's got awfully pumpy yesterday out of nowhere. Chilling at 41, 0.04195. So I would like to see this make an attempt for this green trend line. If it could break above 420, 430, I would be happy. But as of right now, we're just kind of observing it. Definitely a watch. It is potentially in a falling wedge, which is really cool. We'll see what happens. Tishu said, question, did RTX stock and its bull market? I will take a look. Perfect timing. Silver got a lot dumpy today. Oh my gosh, what the hell happened to silver? MicroStrategy got actually closed green, 4%. Very nice. DXY got a lot pumpy today. NASDAQ got a lot dumpy today. And S&P got a lot dumpy today. As of right now, the damage, let me go over this one more time. The damage on the NASDAQ from its peak, or from the local peak, is around 22%. The damage on the S&P 500 from the local peak is around 17%. Just Have Fun said, what's new? Not too much, just have fun. It's Friday. And we're about to chill all weekend, man. Hopefully we have some crazy crypto stuff happen this weekend. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Mr. Robert said, with the market in free fall and Bitcoin holding strong, I want to see Bitcoin fulfill the flight to safety narrative. Time to flex Bitcoin. Oh my gosh, dude. Peter Schiff would lose his mind. He would be like, oh my gosh, the idiots are buying Bitcoin again? Oh my gosh. Let's go take a look at RTX. It feels weird to just shut that off. RTX Corporation, New York Stock Exchange. Whoa! Oh my gosh. Interesting. And it's bull run. What do they do? I only asked because when everything was down, RTX went up. Remember, I've mentioned it before. I do remember you mentioning it, yes. I mean, ending a bull run in the stock market is 20%, isn't it? And it's at 13. I don't know. Is that a pullback? Has it ever had a pullback this big before? Definitely not that fast. Maybe it has. Maybe it has. What do they do again, Tishu? So let's see. We got this right here, which is the same amount, almost 12, 13%. And then this right here, which is, well, to right here, 12, 13, 14%. So, I mean, it doesn't seem unusual for this to happen. Although I would assume that this is entirely weighed against the current stock market low. Wow, what the hell happened there? Mr. Robert said, hey, teased you. Hey, just have fun. It's a defense stock. Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't want to say that, though, and be embarrassed when you're like, oh, it's a tech stock, dumbass. I don't know. Maybe nobody needs defending. It is incredibly oversold on the 4-hour. Let's take a look at the higher time frame. Daily, it did enter oversold on the daily as well. Your momentum wave is starting to tick on the lower side, which is great. So I've been observing Crypto Face, and I gotta say I was wrong about the guy. I still think is kind of a douchebag, but I think he's a douchebag in the same way that I think I'm a douchebag. It's like it's like Austin Powers. We're not so different, you and I. But the big difference is I don't have a group that I trick people into subscribing to and charge them $500 a month for an indicator that you can get for free. But, putting that aside, to each their own. You gotta hustle. I've been watching his indicator calls because this Fu Manchu is based on his indicator market cipher. And I don't know if he talks about the higher time frames. I think he mostly talks daily and 4 hour. But the momentum wave is a big deal for him. And this right here is the momentum wave. This guy, this loop-de-loo situation. So what you want to look for with that is when it starts to curl up right here. See the lighter blue inside of the purple? You want to see that lighter blue start to disappear and the dark purple take over for that curl up, because that's when you know that momentum is about to take off. And it doesn't always play out. You could have bought right here, and then you would have been dragged down a little more, dragged down. But then there's other indicators too. Like all of this green, that's positive buying. So there's other stuff. I'm just kind of pointing that out. I'm not fully versed in it yet. I know the green dots are a big deal. Confirmed green dots are a big deal. So I would say this may have some more downside to it. Totally guessing. And that's strictly based off of the current condition of the overall stock market. Because I'm assuming they're all like kind of reliant on each other to a certain degree. So the only thing right now that actually seems like it's decoupling a little bit is Bitcoin. And we'll have to see how the weekend plays out. Congratulations, Baraboo, by the way, for your victory. Enjoy your potato. Somebody asked about BSV earlier. Go take a look at BSV. They said, is it really a scam? I don't think it was ever a scam. I think that people thought that it was like the true Satoshi's thing, and we really have no way of proving otherwise. But it's essentially just Litecoin. It's like a watered down Litecoin or watered down Bitcoin. Clearly I was wrong about that theory. You got nice big spikes in the past. This is 2021. Yeah, I mean, there's money to be made in this for sure. I'm not going to say that it's stupid. I never would. I've been burned on Litecoin, saying Litecoin was stupid before. So I think calling coins stupid is stupid. Unless the coin is actually a scam. You got some potential bullish div here. Problem is it still points to price going down and RSI going up over time. But right now, you could get a reaction. If you get a reaction, then you're going to look for some temporary upside in the price. Problem is you need that reaction to start in order to call it. Because right now, it could literally just do this or this. You want to see the reaction before you establish the point, and it might grind down here for a minute to get this RSI to come back down here and touch. And then you get your reaction, and you know that that divergence is solidified, and you're good to go. But again, that's only temporary, because over time, the price is still going to chop down. Like the overall trend is going to be down, and the RSI's overall trend is going to be up. So divergence is nice for temporary moves, unless it's the other divergence, which shows the RSI going down and the price going up. One of them's hidden, the other one's not. I don't pay attention to that part because it's not really that important for short-term trading. And for longer-term holds, I just value invest. Tishu said, not that I want to buy RTX, just interested in correlation, if any. So let's actually compare it then. S&P, I would just say that it's something, probably, you know what? The tariffs probably did it in. The tariffs probably did it in entirely, because where are they based out of? RTX Corporation? Maybe they do a lot of foreign defense stuff. Yeah. So this is tariff day. It started green and then it closed red. And the next day, which is today, was huge red. So that's your correlation right there. Tariffs ripped it apart, man. See right here? Tariff day. And then today, huge. S&P was, or NASDAQ was already on its way down, apparently. Digi said, have a good night, y'all. Party time for this dude. Enjoy it, Digi. Happy birthday, man. You got a whole birthday weekend. Enjoy it. Birth weekend. Happy birthday, man. Thanks for the gifted memberships. Enjoy it. I'm gonna guess how old you are before you go. I think you're 34. Happy 34th birthday, Digi. Congratulations. Baraboo, enjoy your potato and your victory. Absolutely killed it today. Let's go down to the 4-hour again. Where are we at? We getting any green? So let's do an update on our portfolios. Okay, good. It's still keeping me in there. Mr. Roberts said have fun. Mr. Roberts has the Lord Farquaad. Let's go. Oh, man, it's going to make me log in again every single day. I swear the security on this website is genuinely, like, more intense than most exchanges. And this is a paper wallet. Okay, our 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is down $229. Not bad. Not bad. 22.9% being held up by Render, Cardano, Near, Ondo, and Aptos, being dragged down by Shiba, Sol, Doge, and Proppy and FET. But it's really not in a bad position at all. Our Memecoin portfolio, post Libra, is currently down 322. So 32%, 32.2%. It's being dragged down by, or being held up by Pepe and Doge. Being dragged down by SNEK, Giga, and With. Seen better days, that's for damn sure. The Memecoin portfolio, it's a little bit rocky. And then this one's my favorite. So far, it's been the best performer of the narrative portfolio. We got gaming, artificial intelligence, real-world assets, decentralized physical infrastructure, and Memecoin. This one was a $500 investment. It's only down $77 right now, which is 14.4%, 14.1%. Being held up by Pepe, Mana, and Vet, being dragged down by Tau and Fetch, which is ASI. We did rebalance this because I believe this was originally AGIX, which merged with FET, so AGIX was just kind of a nothing burger. But it's looking good, man. I really like the narrative portfolio. It's like a nice blanket investment into all the different narratives that are out there, all the big ones at least, and I feel like it's a pretty safe bet. Not financial advice, though. We might make a fourth portfolio pretty soon here, I'm thinking. Especially if the market goes down any further, I think it'd be a no-brainer to build another portfolio with audience input too. Because it's a good gauge to see like what people are actually interested in. You know, there's only like 5 to 10 of us at any one time, but still, we're all come from different backgrounds. Everyone's got different coins that they enjoy, so I feel like it's a good idea. Following that up, we have a bunch of stuff on X to take a look at. We got Watcher Guru just in $3.25 trillion wiped out from the U.S. stock market today. Damn. 5.4 billion was added to the crypto market. Interesting, isn't it? I mean, if you take 3.25 trillion wiped out, does that mean people are selling? Like, I'm sure half of that is money in people's pockets somewhere. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how that liquidity works. But I would not be surprised if some of that went into crypto as a flight to safety. Like Mr. Roberts was saying. Next, CryptoFace said, bottom is in, folks. So many mid-higher time frames looking good. Support held during today's dump. Bottom is in, boys and girls. That's what I like to hear. We'll have to wait and see if he's right, but I don't hate it. I really don't. We got Vivek, whoever that is, said, whales are buying Bitcoin like never seen before. Something is coming big time. They've been saying that for like a month 2 months, 3 months, since October. So I'm not surprised. Nothing has changed. Crypto River said Bitcoin just broke its correlation with the S&P. The decoupling is happening. Pretty exciting stuff, guys. Bitcoin percentage change, S&P percentage change. Yeah. There you go. Interesting. S&P 500 fell nearly 6% today. GameStop was up 11.3. I actually did not know that. I thought GameStop was doing bad. Last time I heard it was doing bad. Is this the right one? Wow, it's because I typed in USDT like an idiot. What am I doing? All right. It does look like a W. So what happened here? You got a spike and then a sell-off. Was this when all the shorts piled in? Or have they been shorting since January? Interesting. I do admire the stable price action. I might buy some soon. Kind of bummed that I missed the opportunity to get it around 10 last year. That would have been great. Look at all that volume too from the... Wasn't this when Roaring Kitty came back? Right here. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine just being able to like exist and everyone pumps your bags for you? Like, oh my gosh, she's alive. Buy GameStop. And then he's like, thank you guys. Buy again. The wife and I ran out. We're running low on billions. We only have 4 left. No, I like that guy. He's a cool dude. That documentary, or I don't even know if it's really a documentary, the movie that they made about him on Netflix was pretty fun too. With Seth Rogen. What else were we looking at? That's right. I was on the Twitter stuff. This was pretty freaking hilarious. These edits with the the end credits for, oh shoot, I think it's Transformers. With the I don't know if I can play the music. I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna play it anyways. It's only 7 seconds with the Linkin Park song. These are great. Come on, it's so freaking funny, dude. This was me today. Me leaving work at 5 p.m. without saying bye to anyone. That's literally what I did. I just peaced out. I don't know where my boss went. I'm like, I gotta get to the bank by 6. It's when they close, so bye. You know, I'm not gonna go traipsing through the woods for him. It's weird. Germany considers this is funny too. These kind of crack me up. These headlines, they're like tantrums. Germany considers withdrawing 1,200 tons of gold from a U.S. Federal Reserve vault following new tariffs. They're like, I want my gold back. It's so funny, dude. Like what? What is that? Why does that matter? What's that gonna do to anybody? That's so weird. Unusual Whales said the White House have just released the press release. Week 11 wins. President Trump unleashes economic prosperity. The S&P 500 just had its worst 2-day crash since COVID, down nearly 10% this week. Damn. List of wins in week 11. That's pretty funny. We got JP Morgan now projects a U.S. recession this year. I don't know what JP Morgan's thinking. I'm pretty sure we've been in a recession, bro. They keep changing these definitions. This cracks me up. SEC declares fully reserved liquid dollar-backed crypto. Stablecoins are not securities. So, does anybody want to start a stablecoin with me? We got Chinese government rejected a deal to sell TikTok to the United States after President Trump imposed new tariffs. No shit. We got President Trump says only the weak will fall. This one's pretty awesome as well. Or fail, I'm sorry. Only the weak will fail. Basically, oh shoot. What was that quote that everyone was saying? For forever, there's no crying in the trenches or some crap like that. It's just like that. That's got the same energy, man. World's 500 richest people lose 500 billion in largest 2-day drop ever recorded by Bloomberg Billionaires Index. The problem with all these billionaires is all of their money's like on paper. It's not actually cash. That's why I enjoy Michael Saylor so much, because he talked about it when he first got into Bitcoin. Everyone's like, why are you getting into Bitcoin? And he was like, I had a cash rich company. My company was bringing in so much cash and nobody gave a crap. Nobody cared about the stock of MicroStrategy. Well, they're a profitable company. Who cares? That doesn't do anything for anybody. So he made it into something else. He's kind of a genius. Look at all the publicity he gets just for freaking talking about Bitcoin. He literally turned his tech company into a Bitcoin, like, I don't know, repository out of nowhere just because he talked about Bitcoin so much. That's crazy. Janix said, GM, Janix. Happy Friday. Cheers. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer seeks new trade deal with the United States to remove tariffs. It's happening one by one, guys. It is happening one by one. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says Bitcoin is becoming a store of value. Interesting. Oh no. I'm not going to say what I just thought. I'm going to get in trouble if I do. President Trump to sign an executive order to keep TikTok up and running for another 75 days while he negotiates a deal with China. I like that they termed it that way because it's not like him signing anything is going to shut TikTok down. It's just going to be unavailable in the United States. Like, that doesn't shut it down. That's so silly. Up and running. U.S. stock market on pace for its worst 2-day decline in 5 years. Damn, that's pretty crazy. White House official, President Trump's thinking he's at the peak of just not giving a fuck anymore. That's pretty sick. 0 fucks given. I kind of like it. Just in, Fed Chair Jerome Powell says tariffs will raise inflation in the coming quarters. No shit, Jerome. Fed Chair Jerome Powell says President Trump's tariffs are bigger than expected, risking higher inflation and slower growth. President Trump said Vietnam is ready to cut tariffs to 0 if a deal is reached following his earlier threat of 46% tariffs on their imports. Hell yeah. Latest, the U.S. added 228,000 jobs in March, beating expectations and signaling a strong labor market despite looming tariffs. I wonder why. I wonder why jobs would be coming to the United States amidst tariffs on foreign countries. That's such a weird thing. And then the last one, Fed Chair Jerome Powell says there's no rush to adjust interest rates, stressing the need to assess the impact of new tariffs. No shit. So I was thinking about it, and I've been kind of waiting to rant on this all day. So I'm kind of excited that I've gotten to this point now. I've seen this thing a million times that's like, you pay taxes on your income, and then you pay taxes on the goods that you buy, and then you pay state taxes, and then you pay taxes at the end of the year, and all this stuff. And everyone's like, why am I? And then like the store pays tax. Like everything is taxed. Like when you buy an item, like this cup, that when this cup was purchased for me as a gift from my fiance, taxes had probably been paid on this cup like 7 or 8 times. State sales tax. Who knows? If you buy it from another state, the freaking use tax. The tax that the store had to pay when they bought it. The tax on the freaking clay and glaze from the company that made it. If it was made somewhere in America. Which I'm sure maybe it was. I don't know. But you get the point. I've seen the thing that outlines it. It's like you pay taxes 5 or 6 times on any one item. Why? Why am I paying taxes so many times? And then I'm being taxed at work. My income's being taxed again. If the tariffs, if they remove income tax and just like actually make up for that through tariffs, it kind of, sure, it goes back to the consumer. But if that eliminates my income tax and I just choose to not buy tariffed goods, then that's an expense that I can just completely remove from my life. 100%. If I didn't have to pay federal income taxes and I didn't have to pay pay extra money for tariff goods, or even if I did, you're kind of spreading, it's almost like a blanket tax. And it makes a lot more sense. Instead of taxing everything like a little bit here and there and changing the taxes on certain things and whatever, that janky mess, the tariffs, if they work out this way, the tariffs kind of put responsibility on the individual. And like if Mr. Robbers wanted to buy some big crazy exotic car, why should my income tax have to pay the same amount as his income tax because he wants to buy some big crazy car. He's going to pay more tariffs for that car if it's an imported car. And I don't have to worry about that. So that's an expense that I don't have to worry about because maybe I don't want a big exotic car. Does that make sense? It's weird to explain. The responsibility is more evenly spread out because some people, like lower class, lower middle class, don't buy shit as often as upper middle class and just upper class in general. So I feel like it would make it more fair. Maybe I'm delusional. I have no idea. I've been thinking about it. I'm like, that actually kind of makes me like tariffs a little bit better. Mr. Roberts said, JJ, did you see the info on the tariffs whereby the math seems to be a calculation of trade deficit rather than actual tariffs? I did, actually. I did see that. It's a decent theory. I'm not surprised if that's the case. It's actually quite funny. But the fact that places are like willing to work with us kind of shows you how much that doesn't matter. Mr. Roberts, if you have not done it yet, I highly recommend looking into modern monetary theory. Is that what it's called? Hold on. Is it modern money system? No, it is modern monetary theory. Look up modern monetary theory. It basically is an idea that countries that print their own money are in control of their own money genuinely do not have to worry about inflation. It's all fabrication. And taxes are just used as like an idea to perpetuate, like, oh, there's a debt and you guys have to pay us taxes to fix the debt. And they can just keep printing. And the fact that the money supply has gone up as much as it has in the last 5 to 6 to 10 years compared to like 100 years ago, them acting like if we ever had this much money in circulation, the planet would implode, and the fact that it hasn't shows you that nobody actually gives a fuck. Like, seriously, people value money because money's valuable. I'm not like, I do my work and I charge for my work what I feel I'm worth. If you came up to me and you said, hey, there's these $100 bills that you get at the end of every week, or this check that I write you for this amount of money that you get at the end of every week, there's a lot of this. I'm going to tell you, I don't give a fuck. Give me my check so I can go home. It's not going to affect my life at all whatsoever. I'm not going to go, oh my gosh, you're telling me there's a lot of these? Well, I want more then. Give me more. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a crap. So, I don't know. I think inflation is goofy, and I think that price controls would be hilarious, at least on, like, I don't know, maybe food goods. And then at that point, if they're like, well, we can afford that, then maybe the government, and maybe I'm thinking a little more towards communism, or like a little too much government oversight, but maybe the government needs to step in and like show people like, well, here's a government issued accountant to help you balance your books a little bit better. It shows here that you paid yourself an extra $2 million last year, Mr. fucking milk farmer, or whoever. I'm sure it's not the farmers that are price gouging, but Mr. fucking Coca-Cola factory guy. You know what I mean? I like farmers. Don't kill me. Look at your beautiful potato. But anyways, I don't know. I got my rant out. We passed our 1 hour mark, so I'm probably gonna call it. It's Friday. We're gonna go chill. Mr. Robert said I'm familiar with modern monetary theory. That's why I am balls deep in Bitcoin. Isn't it nice? Like, the money's not gonna devalue, so Bitcoin's gonna increase in value over time. So it's, I don't know, it's a no-brainer to me, man. It's so funny. It's so funny. And I love the argument that people still try to make. They're like, oh, well, Bitcoin didn't have any value. Neither does cash or gold or literally fucking anything. You can't eat cash. If the world ends, that's what's like intrinsic value to me. I guess I should look up the definition. true fundamental worth of an asset. Yes, intrinsic value to me is if the world ends, if it's just me and my family on a completely empty planet, what am I going to need? Food, shelter. That's it. Maybe medicine. Those three things have intrinsic value. Everything else, I'm not going to use fucking cash for anything. I'm not gonna worry about Bitcoin. But in the modern world right now, people value cash. People value Bitcoin. People value precious metals. So it has the value that people give it. It might increase or decrease. But the fact that Bitcoin has done what it's done kind of shows you how silly the non-believers are. Like, to say that this has no value, this thing that was once upon a time worth $0.00, to say that this has no value is delusional. That is genuinely delusional. I've never heard a more delusional take in my entire life. This has no value. Come on, what kind of a backwoods ass take is that? You fucking hillbilly. This has no value. It's worth 83. If you would have bought this 10 years ago for like $1,000, you would be up 83x. Are you brain dead, Peter Schiff? I'm concerned. Genuinely concerned. He's been drinking out of like an untreated copper cup. Mr. Roberts said MMT is more of a Keynesian economic system than Austrian economics. I much prefer Austrian. I don't know anything about either of those. Keynesian sounds alien. And Austrian just reminds me of the Governor, which reminds me of that brilliant joke that I wrote. I think I'm going to start trying to do YouTube shorts of my jokes, but I need to, like, I've never done any kind of stand-up or anything. So I guess I need to do that. That sounds so weird. Maybe even if I just do it. Is it weird to do stand-up like for your family as a 31-year-old man? I'd feel like a child. Mr. Roberts said pronounced Keynesian. Keynesian? That's close enough. Alright, yeah, I'm probably gonna call it. Market's not doing junk. Let's zoom back in now. See this thing that has no intrinsic value. Peter Schiff, he's so funny. I'm convinced that he's just rage baiting at this point, so that he can get a bunch of clicks on his stupid Twitter and use that money to put it back into gold. He's literally gold member. Damn. I just realized Peter Schiff is gold member. That's so funny. That's such a good movie. I think I'm going to watch Knives Out and Austin Powers this weekend. Yeah, I don't know. Mr. Roberts said look up documentaries on Keynesian and Austrian sometime. It's cool stuff. Alright, I'll try to remember that. But anyways, I'm going to call it. Happy Friday, guys. Good night to the shed. To the shed. To the shed. Hear, hear. Happy Friday, guys. Smash the like button on your way out. I appreciate you guys for joining me. As always, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. Good night.